The pursuit of success, a topic that has captivated human imagination for as long as we've dared to dream. Greetings, dear viewers. Today we stand on the cusp of a journey, a dialogue that will take us from the reaches of the mind to the depths of the soul. Let's unpack this delicious tapestry of personal development and dissect what it means to cultivate a stellar success mindset, as our inspirational blog post so elegantly puts it. Let's not regurgitate what you already know, but venture beyond, adding color and context to an already vibrant canvas. Firstly, the concept of thinking big. You see, the size of your thought is directly proportional to the magnitude of your life. Ever noticed how visionaries like Elon Musk or Steve Jobs didn't just aim for incremental changes? No, they went for the jugular of impossibility and wrestled it into submission. Have you ever contemplated what might be limiting your own vision? My friends, ponder this. Is it society's conventions or perhaps the invisible ceiling of your upbringing that fences you in? Moving on to success motivation. Isn't it interesting how motivation behaves like a fickle lover, robust one moment and elusive the next? But imagine if you could tie your actions to something more profound than a transient mood. What if the core of your motivation was as solid and ever-present as a black hole, irresistibly pulling you towards it? So what is it for you? Is it the love for your craft, the desire to change the world, or perhaps, as Maslow put it, the pursuit of self-actualization? The key to unyielding motivation is to align your goals with your soul's calling, as cliché as that might sound. Have you discovered yours? The blog post also touches upon believing in yourself. The self, a topic as ancient as the Oracle of Delphi and as modern as your latest selfie. Remember, every historic figure who's changed the course of humanity was, at one point, just an individual burdened by self-doubt and societal expectations. So when did they start believing they could alter the course of rivers, both metaphorical and real? Often it's in the recognition that they are part of a legacy, part of a cosmic play, and that their actions have the power to ripple through eternity. Are you merely a drop in the ocean, or are you the ocean in a drop, as Rumi so eloquently phrased it? But self-discipline. The architect of Rome, the sculptor of David, and the chisel to your statue of potential. Consider self-discipline not as a set of restrictive rules, but rather as your personal code of conduct, the ethical framework that moves you from thought to action. It's akin to mastering an instrument, tedious at first, sublime in its eventual melody. Have you considered what your melody could sound like if only you persevered? We mustn't ignore the fear of failure, that insidious shadow that follows our every daring leap. But what if I told you that failure is merely life's way of course-correcting you? It's the universe whispering in your ear saying, not this, but perhaps that. To fear failure is to fear exploration, and what is life if not the grandest adventure of them all? Are you living or just merely existing shackled by the what-ifs? The blog post brings us the golden nugget of planning your future. My friends, a life well planned is like a masterpiece painted with intention. Do you view planning as the brushstrokes that define your life's tapestry, or as shackles confining your spontaneity? I sense I've filled your minds to the brim with questions and contemplations. But worry not, there's much more to discuss, including the magical realm of hypnosis, a state where your conscious barriers are gently set aside, allowing your subconscious to flourish and grow. You see, the subconscious is like a fertile field, largely untouched by the plow of our conscious thoughts. And what the blog astutely points out is that hypnosis serves as that farmer who tills the soil, making it receptive to the seeds of positive thinking and transformation. Just as the great artists saw the final sculpture within the raw slab of marble, hypnosis helps you visualize the best version of yourself and sets you on a path to carving it out. Could this be the missing piece in your pursuit of success? How would your life change if you were operating from a mindset cultivated by your best intentions rather than your deepest fears? Which brings us to laser-like focus. Focus, the compass that helps you navigate through the wilderness of distractions. In a world buzzing with notifications, drowned in endless feeds of information, how invaluable it is to possess the ability to zoom in, to selectively ignore the irrelevant. Have you ever watched a lion on the hunt? Laser-focused on its target, it remains oblivious to the world around. What could you achieve if you directed your energies with such relentless specificity? Then we come to unforgettable determination. What a compelling phrase that is. I see it as that intrinsic fire, the smoldering coals deep within your being that never extinguish. Through hypnosis, you could potentially make this sense of determination so ingrained that it becomes a part of your identity. It's no longer about mustering the willpower to proceed. It's simply who you are. How would you live if failure were not an option but a catalyst? How far would you go if your determination was your identity? Vision of the future. Your future isn't a destination, it's a creation. Hypnosis gives you the tools to visualize this future, not as a distant possibility, but as an impending reality. The future, my friends, isn't some abstract concept, some distant star. It's the very next moment, and the one after that, in an infinite chain of nows that you have the power to shape. So what's your vision, and how does it guide your present? And finally, the ever-practical progress checkers. In the symphony of success, these act as your metronome, keeping you in tempo, ensuring you neither rush ahead nor lag behind. Just as a seasoned sailor uses the stars to navigate the open sea, could you use these markers to steer your life towards the shores of your dreams? Now, the blog this video is based off of gives you a comprehensive tour of Mark Terrell's 10 Steps to a Stellar Success Mindset, and I must say, it's a fantastic roadmap. But as your world-traveled, charismatic teacher, allow me to expand your horizons even further with some complementary perspectives. Let's first touch upon progress checkers. Isn't it fascinating that in an age of quantifying everything from our daily steps to our nightly sleep, we often overlook tracking our own personal growth? I've had the privilege of observing the ancient Japanese art of kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold. Every crack, every flaw is celebrated. Progress checkers are your personal kintsugi, turning your flaws into milestones, your cracks into passages of gold. So tell me, if you were to implement such markers in your life today, what aspect of your life would transform dramatically? Now, assignments. Yes, I can hear your collective sighs, but hear me out. Have you ever hiked the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu? Each step brings a new vista, a fresh perspective that you wouldn't understand unless you walked the path yourself. Similarly, assignments are not mere tasks. They're experiences, journeys into the landscape of your own mind. They help you internalize what you've learned in a way no lecture can. How can you apply this active engagement in other spheres of your life to make your learning truly immersive? Ease of access is another point well raised by the blog. But let's extrapolate this a bit. I've sat with Buddhist monks in the remote monasteries of Bhutan. What struck me was their ability to tap into profound wisdom without the aid of modern technology. Their sacred texts and oral traditions were accessible from the recesses of their minds. With this course being available across multiple devices, you have the monastery in your pocket. Yet how will you integrate this wisdom into the fabric of your daily routine, ensuring that it's as accessible as your next breath? And speaking of personalization, the self-paced nature of the course reminds me of a lovely African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Here you have the best of both worlds. You can go at your own pace, but you're not alone. You're part of a community, each member on their unique journey of self-discovery. How will you balance the pace of your learning with the invaluable insights that come from shared experiences? E-books and audio sessions, the yin and yang of modern education. If e-books are the meticulous chefs, carefully layering flavors, then audio sessions are the spontaneous artists, splashing vibrant colors onto the canvas of your mind. Each has its unique role in carving the sculpture of your success mindset. Have you considered how these varying mediums touch different facets of your learning, like sunlight filtering through a prism? But what about the unconscious blocks? How can I forget? Have you ever walked through a labyrinth? At first you think it's a maze, a puzzle to be solved, but it's not. It's a single winding path designed for meditation and prayer. Your unconscious blocks are like those turns in the labyrinth, not a wall to be broken, but a bend to be navigated. What bends in your labyrinth are you still to navigate? In this course, you don't just gain knowledge, you acquire a transformative toolkit. From disassembling self-imposed barricades to constructing skyscrapers of empowering beliefs, It's like owning both the scalpel and the balm. The course empowers you to become your own therapist, strategist, and cheerleader. What other realms of your life could benefit from such a multifaceted approach? The 90-day refund policy. Now that's putting your money where your mouth is. It's the same assurance that a seasoned mountaineer feels with a sturdy rope, a safety net that allows you the freedom to explore new heights. In what other areas of your life could you benefit from such calculated risks, giving you both the freedom to explore and a safety net to fall back on? Success stories and testimonials, the echoes of transformed lives, are the ultimate validators, aren't they? These are not mere statistics on a sheet. They are living, breathing narratives. Each number has a face, a story, a journey. Each quote is a snapshot of a life altered, a destiny rewritten. As you hear these stories, what narrative are you yearning to rewrite in your own life? My friends, Mark Terrell's methodology is akin to a lighthouse in the vast ocean of personal development. But let's not forget that a lighthouse is most useful when you're willing to steer the ship. So, as we conclude, ponder this. Are you ready to grab the helm of your life ship? Are you prepared to navigate through the fog and steer toward the promising glimmers of your own potential? And here we are, standing at the intersection of will and way, at the nexus of desire and delivery. You see, programs like 10 Steps to a Stellar Success Mindset offer more than just lessons. They offer a roadmap to your best self. But remember, the map is not the territory, it's merely a guide. Your life lived in all its chaotic splendor is the territory. Let's talk about the power of a success mindset, shall we? It's not just about amassing wealth or notches on your career belt. No, it's about growing into the person who can attain those things and then use them wisely. You may be saying, why does this matter? I just want to get ahead. But there's the rub. For in getting ahead, what have you left behind? Your sense of self, your peace, your family? Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure, as someone once wisely put it. Now let's tackle this elephant in the room, hypnosis. It may sound like the stuff of stage magic and cheap parlors, but here we're talking about a profound tool for change. I've seen it myself, in the far-off markets of Istanbul, the yoga ashrams of India, and even in the hallowed halls of academia. Hypnosis is like the master key that opens locked doors in your subconscious mind, where the real scripts of your life are written. Don't underestimate its power. In the right hands, it's almost like having a user manual for your own brain. Unconscious blocks, the hidden saboteurs. They lurk in the shadows like thieves in an alleyway, waiting for the perfect moment to rob you of your potential. You think you're driving your life, but these blocks have their foot on the brake. It's not just about removing these blocks, but also about installing new, empowering beliefs that drive you forward like a wind at your back. And should you find that the course or any educational endeavor doesn't quite fit your tailored needs, there's that beautiful 90-day refund policy. It's not just a return policy, it's a statement of integrity. The creators are essentially saying, we believe in this so much that we're willing to bet on your satisfaction. Now that's commitment. But let's not be cavalier about it. Let's say you take the course and you find it wasn't what you thought it would be. Do you ask for a refund and walk away? Maybe. But maybe you also look inward and ask why it didn't resonate. Often the key that doesn't fit is the one we most need to turn. So even in dissatisfaction, there can be an invaluable lesson. To sum it up, the voyage of cultivating a success mindset is not just a 10-step program, it's a lifelong journey. A process of continually refining your thought patterns, beliefs, and actions. Like a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble, each chip is trivial, but the cumulative effect is a masterpiece. We're out of time, it seems. Remember, the value of education isn't just in the information, but in your transformation. Until next time, be curious, be critical, but most importantly, be unapologetically you. Cheers.